A young 2-year-old with promise. This young, you never know what might happen, but the next year basket 5 would begin to take shape with what would be his signature long curved tines. Growing again in 2014, the first year that we'd filmed the deer. After getting settled and after a slow evening, just at last light, Jason would look over, and there was the basket 5. An exceptional buck with much potential, and while it was tempting, Jason knew to let the deer walk. Now, 2015, Basket had erupted. His typical frame and made strides with long beams and long tines. A gorgeous buck, not quite in his prime. The decision was made to pass Basket 5 for the year. And what a deer Basket was now at 6. Incredible tines, beams, and brows. This was certainly why we'd passed him for years, and this was the year that we'd try to reap the rewards of our patience.
2016 season is a deer we call him Basket 5, the epitome of a typical giant Saskatchewan whitetail.
The fawn stops at the fence and looks to our left. As I watch to the left, I see movement, tines, and there, from our downwind side, steps out the Basket 5. Stopping to assess the situation and check the wind. These are the scenarios where an ozonics unit can really save your hunt, as the giant typical decides all is clear and moves forward. An unbelievable stroke of luck, just day 2, and the huge Basket 5 at 19 yards, broadside. But the funny thing about luck is that it can change at any time. As my arrow hits much high of its mark.
That is a big deer. That is a big typical deer. Holy moly. And we knew we'd probably see him if we got in here. And the shot, I think the shot's too high. It's definitely really high. I hope we're low enough. Oh, I hope we're low enough. I didn't look it to me.
That night we knew it was bad. We knew we would leave the deer overnight, and when we returned the next day we found almost no blood. We recruited everyone we could and searched, grid searched, and pulled up nothing. We returned to search for days and days. Those days turned into months. Seasons passed with no sign of him, dead or alive. Years passed with no sign. We felt maybe he'd survived and had a net of cameras out in hopes of just one photo of him alive to give us some answers. And each spring while shed hunting we'd return to look for a deadhead, all with no resolve. This continued in one way or another for the next 5 years. But then came year 6.
Well, it's April 3rd, 2021, and that's probably the longest recovery we've ever had. And we've looked for that deer for 5 years now, hey?
Yipper, every year.
So we hit him that night, I shot him, and when I hit him too high, and we never ever seen him again. And we were never sure if he lived, hey?
Yeah.
And every spring that we come shed hunt, we come back and we have a look for him, and this time Steve come around the corner, got into some of this buckbrush, and there was Basket 5. Just nice to find out what kind of what really happened to him, eh?
Yeah.